Yeah, this is a Fort Ticonderoga, New York, one of the bucket list historical places that I've wanted to visit forever. Having grown up on the West Coast, we don't have anything that can, really compare to the history on the East Coast. So this was originally, this fort, it was built by the French for during the French-Indian Wars, and then the British captured it. And when the British came to capture it, the French kind of blew up part of it. They had their munitions in one of these buildings over here. And then when the British took over, they kind of rebuilt it a little bit. And then the Americans took over with, what's it called, the Ethan Allen and Benedict Arnold. And this place was so strategic because anybody coming down from Canada to do whatever commerce from New York up the Hudson River, they would come over here to Lake Champlain, and this connects to Lake George, and then it connects to the Hudson River, and it connects up to the St. Lawrence. So you basically can travel from Europe to Canada and then sail all the way down. So as far as the military strategic importance, this place was bar none one of the most important places in America, and in fact in American history, because it was the first major victory that America had in the Revolutionary War. And the victory that we had here prolonged, or no, it delayed the British advancement down into New York or into Boston, wherever, to fight against George Washington. Benedict Arnold had this amazing victory in the island of Volker Island. But that's a whole nother story. Let's pan over here and show Lake Champlain real quick, hon. Let's go ahead and pan all the way around. You don't have to film me for this, but you can see how, how important. In fact, we had a flyby over here earlier today. Some military, this is 4th of July, so some military planes flew over. So let's circle right back around. And my two favorite stories to come out of this fort is I would say that one, when Benedict Arnold loaded his cannons and he went on to this island, Volker Island, and he hid. And then when the British came down, they found him. They were on these just small little boats with smaller cannons, but it delayed the British. I think it was Bourgogne. It delayed his march towards Ticonderoga. He was going to take this fort. And then because of all that delay, he decided not to do it because he didn't want to end up approaching wintertime, stuck trying to take a fort. So he went back up to Canada. And then my other favorite story out of here was Henry Knox. When the British had surrounded Boston and laid Boston under siege, George Washington was there. He was camped out in Cambridge. And he sent this shopkeeper, Henry Knox, to come up to Ticonderoga because we had just taken this fort, and he said, "Hey, go up there and get the cannons." So he wasn't a general then. Henry Knox came up here and look at these cannons all over. He went and grabbed like 50, I think it was 54 cannons, and was bringing them all the way down to Cambridge. And a couple of them fell in one of the rivers. I guess a bunch of locals from Albany had to come over, and I think it was the river was frozen maybe, and they were trying to cross, and it sank. And even though he had 54 cannons, he's like, "Oh no, I'm bringing everything." He went down and got those cannons, and then they brought them up on Dorchester Heights in Southie, in Boston, and so they can overlook the ships in the harbor that were laying siege to Boston. And in the morning, when the fog lifted, matter of fact, before I go on, they brought the cannons up in the middle of the night, and they laid hay down, so it'd be nice and quiet, so the British wouldn't hear them. And then in the morning, when the fog cleared, the British looked up and they saw the heights and they saw these cannons. And GW was like, "Yo, what's up, what's up?" And so the British just set sail and went back to Nova Scotia or someplace, I'm not sure. So yeah, that's just a little history of this place. I'm not going to walk through and show you the whole thing. You can visit their website. But man, it was a great way to spend the 4th of July. So hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.